Come on, put your hands together. Hey, hey, yes, I am. Trouble don't last always. I'm so glad. Hey, yes, I am. Trouble don't last always. Can I get a witness? I'm so glad. Hey, hey, hey. Trouble don't last always. Listen, may not come when you want it, but it's on time. In times of trouble, found him to be a friend of mine. In time, storm cloud run, he'll be there. All your brothers, I know the Lord help you to bear. Come on, put your hands together and everything. Trouble don't last. Why don't you hit the one and say, I'm so glad. No. Trouble don't last.
You always take me
Listen.
because it's two different pages. Oh, okay.
You do this every week.
But I've been meaning to ask why I be tagged twice. Don't be smart. Trying to hide the alcohol in the background. Oh, we on live, huh?
I'll be careful what I say.
Why?
I will not.
Trouble don't last always. Aren't you glad to know I'm so glad? Trouble don't last always. We've been made into keep the faith. We've been made into a heart. Keep the faith.
Oh. I didn't do that.
Come on, y'all. Trouble. Can I get a witness? No. Can I get a witness in the building? No. Come on. Shut up. Yeah. No. If you can just keep the faith. Come on.
All right, that's enough of that. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, y'all, it is hot as Hades outside.
Hades.
Woo, sweet Jesus, it's hot outside. Some people don't have swimming pools at their houses, and you can't go swimming and stuff like that. Some people just have to deal with the heat.
Oh, Pooh.
Yeah. Wayne, Brenda, say what's up to everybody.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. Good to be with you again tonight. Yep, it is hot. It's 108 out here in Sacramento, where I am currently visiting grandkids, and it's hot.
It's 106 here. YN.
Well, it's only about,
Mm-mm.
let me see where I live.
57 degrees.
It is? It's only 87 where I live.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still, as Medea
right
said,
there.
as Medea said, it's hard. It's hard out here. Anthony, it's 110 in Arizona. Man, that's like next to hell. Ain't Arizona right next door to hell?
Just north of it.
Dude, he want to move back to Oakland, but it's so bad in Oakland. You all, please. I see people on here. Would you all please do us a favor? We will go on. Our special guest is in the green room. We're going to bring her on in a second. Come on, y'all. I want more people on here because you all need to hear what Your Honor, the judge, has to say. You need to hear what the judge has to say.
The dysfunctional police commission.
Yes, it's dysfunction. And I know I have people on here. You know, I know you're watching, but we got to do better, y'all. Just like the church got to get along, the police commission got to get along.
Mm-hmm.
Our incompetent mayor and DA, yes, I said both of them. Something is wrong with both of them. As they say in the South, dim. Something wrong with them. All right. So, yeah, y'all come on. There you go. Please like and share. It's 91 in Vallejo. Oh, y'all. Oh, sweet Jesus. 110 in Arizona. That's a lot. That's a lot of degrees. That's a lot of heat. Hey, Aunt, go outside and put an egg on the ground and show me it's scrambling.
You're doing too much.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. So, shall we talk about anything before we bring the judge on, you all?
Well, you saw that Miss Price, the lovely DA, is pulling together her team to deal with this recall.
No, she not. She don't even know about the recall yet. She's trying to be diverse.
What you mean, Wayne? Where you get that info from?
I sent it to y'all.
Yeah.
I sent it to both y'all.
Oh, but you know, that's the second time they posted that. She did that about about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
From the picture, I'm still trying to figure out who is who. Which is the Cantonese, which is the transgender. Because they all look a little. I can't figure out who doing what from that picture.
Well, I wasn't trying to diagnose the picture.
Yeah, I was. I'm looking at the titles and trying to figure out
leave it up to somebody from East Oakland.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on there.
Okay, so Wayne, she has a rally trying to rally. So were these the same little 100 people that she had out there saying that she was doing a great job, and she said she wasn't going nowhere?
Of course, they're there. You know she's gonna pick and choose her posse. Come on.
She don't have to.
Well, 100 people can't keep her in office.
No, it's the ones behind. It's the ones behind her that we have to look at. The whole progressive team is in place.
Yeah. See, I think people wanted to give her a fair chance, but I think now people are fed up with her actions, her attitude. I need another A so I can be expositional. Her actions, her attitude, and her absence in a whole lot of things. That's 3 points right there, Wayne. That'll preach.
That's 3 points.
That'll preach all day long. That's exposition all day long. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. So how you going, what do you have in place to rehabilitating when you say that this never happened again, and then you said it never happened? So how you gonna say that all in the same sentence?
In the same sentence.
We're not incompetent.
Well, delusion has its own way of surfacing, and everybody has their own form of delusion. So, yeah.
Well, the recall will begin in a couple of days, so we'll be okay.
We'll see how delusional it is.
Bing! It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I can't wait to sign it. I can't wait. When is the other one coming? The other coming.
We only deal with one at a time.
Are we gonna make history in Oakland as the only team that recalled people that got voted off?
Alameda County has restructured their election commission. You know that, right? To address some of the disparities of voting rights, to deal with some of the flaws of their current system after the fact.
Oh, you saw that article about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it too. But see, what they do is they bank on the fact that people don't read that stuff because they don't know what they're talking about anyway, and they just pass over it.
Well, they partially true. Yeah, yeah, it is partially true. But I've talked to several people that didn't even know who the Alameda County Board of Elections are. They just didn't know who they were.
Exactly.
Right. I'm one of them. And I try to stay up on it with y'all too. I gotta say something. Stay up on something. All right.
If I'm gonna be in these streets, I gotta know something. So I sit on these boards just to be seeing what is out there and what as an advocate what I have to deal with, because you got to see both sides, and that's why I've been attending police commission meetings for 2 years, just to see. Fortunately.
So let me say this, you all, in our defense, because I know some of y'all gonna say, "Oh, they're gonna be messy tonight." Well, if you want to say that, then you might as well say every show we doing messy, because we bring light to what's going on in our communities where we live, work, and worship. We bring light to it, light, like these hot lights in here, in my little studio. It's hot in here, but we bring light to situations to let you all know. Every Sunday morning, my members can tell you, and they're on here. They will tell you it's going to be some kind of current event that's going to take place at church on Sunday, so I can inform the people that I pastor what's going on in the city. I do not want my people to be blind. As their leader, as a community activist and a social activist in the streets of Oakland, I do not want my people to be blind and blindsided by stuff just popping up or stuff happening. Listen, would you all be so kind to share this on your pages? We can bring the judge on in about 60 seconds.
Outfit.
I need about 15 to 20 more people to like and share this on your page. Y'all tell them the judge is about to come on and it's about to
give you a word from
me. Come on, y'all start bringing them on. I'm looking at my numbers go up. Come on, y'all keep going up. Bring them on. There you go. There y'all go. I see him. Come on, y'all. I need 20 more people. Come on. I need 14 now. Come on.
So she got rid of her so that she can appoint her own person. So strategically, this is about to be something else, because they just let one of the other candidates go on Friday. So that hasn't hit the paper yet.
Okay. Let me check in on my other page. Hey, Real Talk people. I know I'm always on Martin R. Peters' page, but let me go on Real Talk. Hey, Real Talk. Hey, y'all. Okay, I'm on here. Hey, y'all. Hello.
I got you, Orlandis.
Hey, Bishop. Hey, Bishop Millican. Hey, Pam. Hey, everybody. Okay, I seen the Judge family on here. All right, you okay, y'all? Thank y'all. Y'all, there y'all go. We only need a couple of more people on here. We only keep more people on here. All right, y'all. You know what? Y'all will do it when we bring her on. Nisi, come on, let's bring the Judge on. Hey, Judge.
Oh, hello, Pastor
welcome back. Welcome back, Your Honor.
Thank you so much.
Welcome back. We're so privileged and so there y'all go. We're so privileged and so humbled to have you on our show tonight. And your family. I see some of your family on here. We thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be on Real Talk with Pastor Marty Peters, Brenda Grisham, and Pastor Wayne Jackson. Thank you for being our guest tonight. It's usually the three amigos, but tonight we want to shed some light. As you heard, you've been in the back. Y'all, she's been on since 5:45. She's very timely. She's been on. She's been on. Guess
like some people.
5:45. And so she's heard everything we said. Where shall we start, Brenda?
And before we start, can I say, I know you're talking to Brenda Grisham, but before we start, can I just say it is really an honor to be joining you tonight. And I want to thank you for the invitation to come on and share with the community what's going on in Oakland, particularly with respect to the police commission. So I'm really looking forward to educating the community on that issue.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I've already asked her if I can call her Your Honor or if I can call her Judge Brenda. My members don't call me Dr. Peters. They do that when we go out to visiting churches and be trying to showboat, stuff like that. But the members of the Victory Baptist Church call me Pastor Marty. Mm-hmm. And I'm very personable with my members, and I have not one issue with my people calling me Pastor Marty. Because my name is Marty. I wasn't born pastor or reverend or doctor.
What you got in your hand, Marty?
This is last week's post. It says dysfunction plagues Oakland's top cop search while crime rates rise.
Lies, all lies.
Dysfunction plagues Oakland's top cop search. Look at this on here. Look at these 4 ladies on here. All right. Now, Brenda, you didn't email me so that Alice could have brought some stuff up. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, Your Honor, what brings you on Real Talk tonight? What brings you over? Let's start right there.
Well, as I indicated, I'm here to shed light on the claimed dysfunction in the police commission. And to clarify with the public and educate them that the dysfunction is not with the police commission. The dysfunction is with wider city government. And there are some people who want to undermine the police commission. And I'll talk about those people. One of them is Jim Channon, the attorney, the plaintiff's attorney in the Ryder's case, under which we're under federal monitoring in the negotiated settlement agreement. But Jim Channon has a financial interest in keeping the city under federal monitoring. He makes, I'm estimating, probably about $80,000 to $100,000 a year from the city of Oakland. From $80,000 to $100,000 per year from the city of Oakland. And over the time that we've been under federal monitoring for these 20 years, I'm sure he's made a few $1 million. I don't have the exact numbers, I'm getting them, but my estimate from a reliable source is that he probably makes from $80,000 to $100,000 per year each year. John Burris, the other plaintiff's attorney, stopped billing the city years ago, but Jim Channon continues to bill. He has a financial conflict of interest in that he is the chair of the police commission selection panel. And the selection panel gets 4 seats to fill on the police commission. So he and others have systematically gone through to try to get rid of people who want to get the city out from under federal monitoring.
See, I knew it. We talked about that last week.
You follow the money, and you look at what Jim Channon is doing with the money. And he gets on TV and he says to the press, well, Judge Harbin-Forte is the problem. Yes, because I've called him out on things. And I've called him out on his position, the positions that he takes that will keep the city under federal money. He engineered getting Chief Armstrong fired. I know that. And so there's always something that's going on, and he should not be selecting members of the police commission. He has a conflict of interest in that, and he needs to stay out of the police commission business. But he's constantly complaining and criticizing, and he has a financial interest in keeping this monitoring going.
So can you explain to the public what the police commission actually does? Because a little while ago I said I've been attending meetings for almost 2 years now. So, and the work I do, I have to know what's going on. But the last 2 times was the only time I've ever walked in to a meeting. Okay. I felt I need to walk in, to the selection committee as well as the other meeting. But a lot of people don't know what the police commission does. So can you kind of explain that right quick?
Yeah, please, because we want Judge. Can you say it slow, because we want to? It don't have to be extremely fast, because we want to put in our comment section so people can know what is the exact job description of the police commission.
Okay, generally speaking, the police commission oversees the Oakland Police Department to ensure that there's constitutional policing.
Say it one more time.
The Oakland Police Commission, generally speaking, oversees the Oakland Police Department to ensure that there's constitutional policing that occurs in Oakland. We also oversee 2 other entities. That is the Community Police Review Agency, CPRA, that we often refer to as CIPRA, and we also oversee the Office of the Inspector General. The Office of the Inspector General can do audits of the police department as it relates to the police department. And the CPRA, CIPRA, Community Police Review Agency, they investigate allegations against sworn officers, and they're mandated to investigate certain allegations, including an allegation of untruthfulness, which is what Chief Armstrong was accused of, as well as excessive force and other things. So that is basically how that is the org chart. The police commission, the Office of the Inspector General, and the Community Police Review Agency.
So where does CPA fall under there?
The CPA, the Coalition for Police Accountability, is a group of rabble-rousers who do nothing but harass the Oakland Police Commission. They want nothing more than to see the Oakland Police Commission fail, and they want to control the Oakland Police Commission. They've gotten so much into our business that they want to control the day-to-day decisions that we make. And they're constantly writing us letters that don't have any merit, accusing the police commission or the police commissioners of doing things. And when you push back on them and against them, and when you start telling them that their positions don't comply with the law or are not in accordance with the law, then they go after you. Some of the things that they've alleged against our current chair, for example, Chair Taifara Malele, they want her to resign from the police commission. Some of the things they've said are just outright lies. Let me just give you a couple of examples. One, they claimed that the chair attended a retreat of the police department and that they talked about the NSA case. Absolutely no evidence that occurred. The prior chair, Regina Jackson, attended that retreat, didn't report to us that she had attended the retreat, either before or after. Nothing untoward happened, but yet they want to accuse this current chair, CPA, of having attended a retreat and having talked about things, which is just an absolute falsehood. They claimed that she wrote some communications with the chief and asked for information. Regina Jackson, the former chair of the police commission, repeated that lie, when what it was that the chair was asking about some information that Chief Armstrong had presented to us at our own retreat on November 5th. Had nothing to do with the police chief's retreat in October. So they make up these things, and those are just two examples. They went on Facebook, on Twitter last month, and claimed that the police commission had violated the law by canceling our June 8th meeting. Absolutely no basis for that. And if you look at the statute, I don't know if they're taking advice from their disbarred lawyer or whoever it is they're talking to, but they continue to do things like that and continue to misstate what's expressly in measures LL and S1, like convening a discipline committee. So there are all kinds of things that they throw out there to the public without any legal basis. And then they want to argue, I guess, with the judge. It's like, I went to law school to interpret laws and stuff. I can read plain English. You don't even need a law degree to see when something says that you can do something. When, for example, the CPRA has not completed an investigation, it says expressly we can convene what's called a discipline committee. They come in and say you can't do that. And it's kind of like, what are you talking about? And Jim Channon parrots that kind of stuff. And Regina Jackson and Marsha Peterson, two commissioners, they parrot the same kinds of things. So when we talk about dysfunction, not the police commission as a whole, there are 5 of us who've been trying to do the right thing, and 2 commissioners who are jealous and still upset and trying to replay an election they lost in January. Okay. That's my short answer, Pastor Marty.
Okay, Your Honor, hold on 1 second. So you all, the other day, y'all mayor of Oakland did something. She did the same thing to the judge that she did to LaRon Armstrong. Excuse me, Chief. Fox Channel 2 News did a report, says Oakland mayor removes former judge from police commission, controversies, and calls for removal. Y'all, if y'all been watching the news, y'all know who the judge is. She happens to be the young lady on Real Talk tonight. You just heard her speak for about 3 minutes, and you can already be very clear on why she was removed from office, because she speaks up. It seems like people that does not speak up remains in office, and people that does speak up get removed from office. I got a doggone problem with that. I got a problem with that. And I've been had a problem with that ever since she got in office wrong. She filed 8 days late. She should have never been appointed. I hate third choice, this ranked choice voting. I hate it. I can't stand it. And if y'all cannot see that this society in Oakland is corrupt, it is totally corrupt. The city of Oakland is corrupt. The DA office is corrupt. The police department is corrupt. And you've heard the judge say, we've been on it. Warshaw been a doggone oversighter for Oakland for over 20 years, and he makes $100,000 a month. He has made over $20-something million a year in the last 20 years. And damn it, ain't nobody ever seen him before. We ain't seen him in East Oakland, West Oakland, North Oakland. We ain't even got report that we've seen his behind in Rockridge, where they've had a couple of robberies. But what about all the killings in East Oakland and West Oakland? Yep, I stay steamed on Real Talk because we state real facts, because it was a former person that said we don't state real facts on Real Talk. Really? Well, the judge is on here tonight, and she's stating facts. She's spitting it out. Do y'all think she lying? Does that sound like her voice that she's lying? Do you think she want to come on a pastor's show with two pastors and a community activist to lie? She ain't got the lie to kick it. Y'all see that in parentheses, she's retired. She ain't doing this for no money. She done made her money.
Absolutely.
Judge is fine and kicking it. We don't even know how old she is. That ain't important. But the judge ain't doing this for money. She calls out the oversighter and she gets removed from office. LaRon is helping the streets of Oakland. I don't give a damn what nobody say. The streets of Oakland got worse when LaRon Armstrong was removed from office. And all y'all on here know it, and the city of Oakland know it. And if y'all know I'm telling the truth, hit those comment sections on everybody's page and let us know that we telling the truth. Crime has gone up. Armed robberies have gone up. Prostitution has gone up. That's another thing right there, because prostitution is legal in Oakland. It's legal in California. I mean, these are facts. We didn't call a judge on here to state her claim. We didn't do that. She want to come. She came on here to tell her side of the story. Y'all hear what she said, that the commission is not corrupt, but the people that's all around the commission keeps it corrupt. And so this article, it has some truth to do with it, but it don't have some truth to do with it.
Mm-hmm. And I will tell you that, I didn't mean to interrupt, but the larger media, we tried to correct some of the misstatements with Channel 2. They wouldn't print our side. So the larger media will not cover this story. So I'm happy to be here. They don't want to look at what's really going on. All those millions of dollars going out to the monitor, who wears two hats, gets two checks from the city of Oakland as a monitor and as the compliance director, gets two checks from the city of Oakland. And Jim Channon's getting money from the city of Oakland. In the meantime, look at all of the homelessness, the unhoused people in Oakland, all of the crime victims in Oakland, all the people who are going hungry and everything. And all of that money is going outside of Oakland. Mm-hmm. So I do tend to call out people. And when you get somebody like Commissioner Regina Jackson and like Commissioner Marsha Peterson, who are out there at a rally, a so-called rally with about 10 people there hopping up and down, jumping and screaming.
Was it 10? I thought it was 9. 10 is okay.
9 people, okay. Might have been just 9.
10 on the paper.
Oh, yes. 10?
So when you get something like that, you should ask yourself, is there something strange going on here? And you ought to know that indeed there is something strange going on here. And we were not allowed, as the commission, this commission for the Coalition for Police Accountability claims that we did all kinds of things wrong. Not true. We did not know that LaRon Armstrong, Chief Armstrong, was under investigation for
Judge, can you please put a comma right there? Wasn't we deal with facts? Yes. Wasn't the mayor supposed to come to you all first? Weren't you guys supposed to talk to LaRon first to find out what is the real reason he was being fired or being terminated or even placed on administrative leave? Wasn't her decision? Wasn't she supposed to bring it to the commission, and then the commission, her and the commission talked to LaRon Armstrong? Wasn't it supposed to be some kind of chain of effects?
Not necessarily. She had the right to terminate him without cause.
Okay.
And that's what she claimed. She was terminating him without cause. But then they had all this stuff swirling around about cause, that he had not done certain things and that he had lied. All of those kinds of things that they used to smear his good reputation. Right. And that investigation was not the kind of investigation that one should have relied upon to remove the chief. And so what we could do under the city charter was to have convened a discipline committee. And we can do that no matter what Coalition for Police Accountability says, because it says right here that if there's not been a completed investigation by our investigative arm, CPRA, within a certain number of days, that we can convene a discipline committee and we can ask CPRA to do further investigation. More importantly, this is something else that people need to understand. The city, the law firm and the city of Oakland should have made sure that our investigative arm, CPRA, was in on all of the interviews and a participant in the investigation of the allegations against the chief and the other officers. They did not do that. And when Chair Malele started raising those issues with the city attorney's office, she got threatened. And then one of the city attorneys told basically, you better stop talking about it and stop raising issues about it. Otherwise, we're not going to give any money to CPR, to the police commission, and we will start funding the inspector general and not give you money. So there's so much stuff that's going on and swirling around.
Trying to cool down, Judge.
And please, because every time I talk about it, they did LaRon Armstrong wrong. They should never have done it. And the mayor knew that we had a meeting at 5:30. She fired the chief at 4:00 without even a courtesy call to the chair of the police commission to say, this is what I'm going to do. She got bad advice. I believe that advice came partly from Jim Channon, where he told her, you need to fire the chief today. There's some 30-day clock running. Not true for someone in LaRon Armstrong's position. Not true. So she was like, well, she had to fire him that day. And then Coalition for Police Accountability had this narrative about how, the police commission did all these things wrong, and the mayor had to step in and fire the chief. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. That's malarkey, as I say, as President Biden would say. That's just malarkey. So
she said Warshaw made her do it.
I'm sorry.
She put that out, Warshaw.
She said Warshaw forced her to fire LaRon.
That is what we believe. That Warshaw has an interest in, obviously has an interest in keeping this going. Warshaw and Shannon follow the money, and there's no if we have not gotten out from under the settlement agreement in the 20 years that we've done, we won't. We won't. It's time for the monitor to get out of the way. We have systems in place now. We have the police commission, which wasn't in place when the lawsuit started. We have the Office of the Inspector General, which wasn't in place when the lawsuit started 20 years ago. And we have the CIPRA, the Community Police Review Agency, in place to do the investigations. If those things work like they're supposed to, and if, for example, the monitor or the city attorney had notified the commission and CIPRA, as they should have, that, hey, your chief is under investigation for lying, for untruthfulness, then we would have been in a better position to do something. Now, that doesn't mean that the mayor still would not have exercised her authority to fire him without cause. When she took office, in theory, she could have fired everybody, the fire chief and everybody else.
Yep.
She could have, but she didn't. And LaRon Armstrong was a reform-minded chief. The police commission under Tafari Malele's leadership has just been extraordinary. She's done much more in the 1 year, about a year and a half that she has been chair, than Regina Jackson did in the 3 years that she was chair. In January, we had an election. Tafara was up for election for a second term. Regina, Marsha Peterson was her vice chair. The Coalition for Police Accountability came in, argued that we should not re-elect Tafara Malele for a second term, went ballistic. Regina nominated Marsha Peterson to be chair. We rejected that. There are 7 voting commissioners. 5 of those commissioners voted to give Tafara Malele a second term. 5 of us. She only needed 4 votes. Coalition for Police Accountability has been upset since then. Then it came time to elect a vice chair. They then wanted us to re-elect Marsha Peterson for a vice chair slot. We said, no. We want somebody who can work with this chair and who can continue the good work that Tafari Malele has been doing. And so we booted out Marsha Peterson and we elected another vice chair. Coalition for Police Accountability has been going nuts since they're like Trump, kind of like, we want a do-over of this 2022 election. And they've been consistently undermining the police of the police commission and underlining Chairman Lele. Just and undermining me. And what they claim about me is that, oh, she's rude and everything. We have to sit there. One of the things that Regina Jackson lied and took out of context was because a community member on an ad hoc was upset because we had not taken out a recommendation from a report that we gave to the court that he thought should not be in there. He's one of many voices on the commission on that ad hoc committee. There are 3 commissioners, and the 3 commissioners decide what to present to the full commission. We considered his position. And by the way, he's a member of Coalition for Police Accountability. We considered his position. We didn't like it. The city attorney wanted us to include this language. We included it. So then he got upset, at the meeting, chewing us out, disrespecting the chair, and saying, you don't speak for me. All those kinds of things, just really, really ugly. And I had to sit there and I had to take it. And so Regina says that he chewed me out. I was acting in a high-handed manner. It's like, so you're darned if you do, you're darned if you don't. But part of the problem is that we have 2 commissioners, Regina Jackson and Marsha Peterson. I don't know what the agenda is, but I know that they're still upset that we did not want the kind of leadership that they would offer on the police commission.
So Your Honor, are you saying that Regina and Marsha are in favor of keeping the monitors? We're paying 2 monitors $100,000 a month. Well, one you said makes between $80,000 and $100,000 a year. He's been there for 20 years, and we already know Warshar makes $100,000 a month. He makes $0.2 million a year, from my understanding. Are you saying that our 2 sisters are on there in favor of this corruption and in favor of keeping the oversighters?
I would not say that they're necessarily in favor of keeping the oversight going on. What I will say is that they have joined with the Coalition for Police Accountability in attacking Chairman Lele and in being jealous of the successes she has endured, that she has shown under her leadership. And by doing that, they are helping to keep the monitor in place. They are helping. Now, we voted unanimously to set up what's called this discipline committee. So they voted for that. Now they've changed their mind, saying that our attorneys advised us wrong or something, and that we couldn't investigate. Absolutely not true. So when you start kind of going over to the other side like that and supporting something that is clearly contrary to what the city charter says, you have to start asking yourself, what is going on? What is really going on? And so I think what the Coalition for Police Accountability wants to run the police commission. That is not what the voters voted for. We voted for an independent police commission. And Tafara Malele, the current chair, has been ensuring that we have an independent police commission. But if we don't do everything that the Coalition for Police Accountability tells us to do, even when they're wrong, they come after us. They will come after you. And they come to meetings, they holler at you, they scream at you, they tell you don't know what you're doing, and you ought to be appreciative of them because they're the ones who got the police commission started. And there's no reasoning with them. You're going to sit there and argue with a judge about a plain meaning of the language here? And you're going to sit there and argue about, as I said, even canceling the June meeting? And you're going to put all this, and then you're going to tell bald-faced lies about the chair and what she did, and you have Regina Jackson joining in those lies. You have to wonder what's going on. You have to wonder what's going on.
Hey, Brendan Wayne, it's no way I see LaRon getting his job back. It's no way that I see the streets of Oakland gonna get any better. Did y'all know 2 people got shot today in East Oakland? One on 85th and one on 90th today. Mm-hmm. I can't see our city under this type of leadership, and if you speak your mind or the truth, or if you say this isn't right, you get reprimanded for being authentic. You get I'm almost at a loss for words right here. Wayne, come on, man. You ain't never lost for words.
Well, first of all, there's a trend, and I like trends and stuff like that. There's a trend, and the judge is right. I said some time ago, let's follow the money. When this thing first hit, I said there's an agenda and there's a collaboration of city leaders and civic leaders who, number one, did not appreciate. You can go back to Mayor Shaft when they wanted her to reduce the police department's budget and move that money to some social departments, so some social program. LeBron, Chief Armstrong rejected the mayor at the time, agreed with him. And she said, no, do that. That stirred the pot of the progressives who felt like
Go on, Brenda, jump in, because Wayne in cell hell again today.
Brenda's muted.
I am muted. I don't want the grandbaby here, so she go, no, can I come on? So I have to mute y'all every once in a while. But it's gonna get interesting. It's really gonna get interesting.
More than it already is.
Yes.
This is ludicrous. This is crazy.
Oh yes, it's going to get much more interesting. Sorry, Brenda, to interrupt.
It's gonna get real interesting. We want the people to know what's coming at them, because what happens is when stuff pop up, then they're like, "Oh, what's that about? What they talking about? Oh, they dysfunctional. Yeah, okay, all right, yeah." So that's
the front page of the Post says they're dysfunctional.
Yeah, but see, that's the media plays on words. I personally was in the meeting. It's not a dysfunction. It's a overhaul of.
I'm sorry, we just had a blackout.
Who had a blackout?
Am I back on?
Yeah, you back on.
Yeah, you back on. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so hot. They got rolling hot blackouts in Sacramento. But you in and out. So
yeah.
Go on, Wayne. Keep talking. We just talking. We giving the judge a break for a moment to get our commentary in, because she keep flooring us with this information.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Wayne, we can hear you.
Wow.
Wayne, we can hear you.
He can't hear us.
Delete him out. Make him sign back. Text him. Wayne,
bring him back in the green room later.
We'll bring him back. He need to go. He need to go. He on timeout.
Again. So the point of having you on here today, Judge, is to clarify some things. And that's what we like to do here, because it's real talk. Is clarify some things that people actually don't know. Our community is uneducated about a whole bunch of stuff. And like I said, earlier, I've been on police commissions meetings for almost 2 years. I'll get, invited to certain ones, and I, just sit in the background and listen and look, because you have to know all of the entities that are involved with making our city a safe place.
Right.
We all know there's good cops and there's bad cops. So somebody has to be the monitor of the bad cops,
right,
to make sure that they're accountable for what they're doing. Now, if you didn't know about what they're doing, how can you hold them accountable? Exactly. If you don't have any idea what's going on, if they're not giving you reports, that's not your fault.
Yes.
The entities that are supposed to give you the information is supposed to just do just that, so you can do your job. But what I saw that Thursday when I was at the police commission meeting, I can't unsee that. Can't nobody tell me nothing, because I was there. Mm-hmm. It wasn't what the what the paper was saying. It's just a struggle within. It's a personal struggle. It don't have nothing to do with the commission. The commission can still, Malele was still doing her job with what was going on. So that's not what it is. It's just the media has their part to go where the story is. And unfortunately, the story wasn't the truth. Get them where they needed to be in the limelight. So they just went with what they thought people wanted to hear. Okay, it's a bunch of people sitting in a room and they over there acting up. No. They still handling business, ignoring the people, because when I walked in there, I was supposed to say something totally different. And when I saw what the adults in that room were doing, it was a problem. It was a problem for me. You have guests you have guests and you grunting and texting people and sending emojis. Are we adults here? Are we kids? What's going on here? Y'all got business to take care of. The chair couldn't even do her job because they was doing too much.
And you saw that part. And you saw Commissioner Cordelia Ordaz interrupt the chair twice as she was speaking.
Push a chair in and stand up against the wall with her arms folded.
That is so. It's hard to lead people and they disrespect you. That's like trying to pastor a church and the people won't follow you and they're totally disrespectful for you. Disrespect. I would never ever want to pastor a church, and I've been pastor now. I've been pastor now for over 20 years, and I've been preaching for 38 years. Yana, I would never ever want to pastor a group of people that hate their pastor and disrespect their pastor. No, I'm not. I can't stay there and do that. Either you gonna go or I'm gonna go.
Yes, she's trying to do her welcome, and they was like, I wish she'd hurry up. Don't nobody want to hear that.
I was like, I mean, just outrageous, and that's the kind of disrespect that she and I and the people who want to just get us out from under the monitoring. That's what we have to put up with. But the Chairman Lele, has been laser focused on getting those policies revised, and that's why people are upset. She has not been deterred. She continues to persist in moving forward. And in 2022, if you look at our annual report, we have done more policies, revised and new policies for the Oakland Police Department than in all of the prior years combined. And that's what people are afraid of, and that's what they're scared of, and that's why they want to continue to undermine her. She has done her job, and they continue, as I said, to just pick at her, try to find something wrong. She's not perfect.
Better than me. She better than me. I would have shut that meeting down. That's what it is. Shut it down.
Yes, he who is without sin cast the first stone, and they're out there casting stones and everything, just like Kathy Leonard, the president of the coalition, all upset because I outed her. She was disbarred for stealing money from her clients, taking thousands of dollars from clients and not performing the work, and she got disbarred.
What?
Yes, the president of the Coalition for Police Accountability, Kathy Leonard.
The gangster one that was at the mic.
Exactly.
That's the one. She was early gangster. Okay.
So, Your Honor, a quick question. Here's a question. Who can hold the commission accountable?
The appointing authorities to a certain extent, and to a certain extent, the public. And that is why the Coalition for Police Accountability says that they're members of the public and they can come and they can complain. So they demand that the chair resign, or they demand that I resign, those kinds of things. And with respect, I should also clarify with respect to my seat on the commission, my seat was up last October. And so I have been sitting on sort of like a holdover. And generally you sit in that holdover seat until your appointing authority fills it. So generally you sit until the mayor either reappoints you or appoints somebody else. But she decided that my services were no longer needed. And just now. And so I had, and I've been serving since October, and she's been in office. She got sworn in January. But you get all of these complaints, and you got Jim Channon at every opportunity talking about how dysfunctional the police commission is and how we have these disagreements and stuff. Well, I'm not going to sit there and let Regina Jackson and Coalition for Police Accountability and Marsha Peterson sit there and misstate the law and mislead the members of the public about what's going on. So we have our passionate discussions and stuff, but it's the public needs to know that there's something's not right. Something's not right. And this is just too much. You get rid of LaRon Armstrong. Now you're coming after the commissioners who support LaRon Armstrong and think that the mayor did wrong in terminating him the way that she did and stuff, and who thought that the commission should have been given an opportunity to look into what happened. If you got grounds to fire him, then just do that. But what she has done from the time she got in office is to try to make the police commission like a paper tiger, so it's kind of like, oh, we got this police commission and everything, but I'm not going to give you funding.
I'm going to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'm not going to give you adequate funding so that you can conduct investigations or hire appropriate staff. And then I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to overlook you. In February, she did it in terms of just disrespecting us in terms of firing the chief, knowing that we wanted to try to do what we could, and we had authority to convene a discipline committee. And then you come along with Harbin-Forte, and you get rid of her because, as Shannon says, I'm the problem because I call him out on stuff. I've called him out on other occasions on stuff, and he knows he's wrong to be taking money and be getting involved in police commission business and selecting members of the police commission. And so now you come after one of the vice chair was up for reappointment by the selection committee, applied for reappointment. So they didn't even let him move on to the next step, which was to have an interview. So they've gotten rid of this. So he'll be out in October unless we do something to keep him in. So he's going to be gone. And then Malele's term will be up in October. She's applying for reappointment. And so although she's moved on to the next step, she could be out of office as well. And so you got the Coalition for Police Accountability. So it is just, but people need to know. People need to know what's going on. It's not what it looks like, and it's not what you're reading in the paper about all of these, all of the dysfunctionality on the part of police commission, the police commission. There were five of us who supported Malele and what she was doing, and 2 people who were still mad over losing an election in January.
So here's my question. So once they take the majority from the chair, how efficiently can she do stuff? So now that you're gone to do what she needs to do, will she have enough votes that are on her side? Or is most of the commission going to be on the other side where she's not going to be able to get the most important things done?
She will still have, there can still be 4 votes, hers and the 3 other commissioners.
Okay.
And the 3 other commissioners are very reasonable. And if something makes sense, they're going to vote with the chair's position.
Okay.
Under my reading of the law, there will then just be 6 active commissioners. So there will still be there will still be Regina Jackson and Marsha Peterson, who can still stir up stuff. But they can't really fill my seat. Only the mayor can fill my seat, and but the alternate commissioners cannot be moved up to serve in my seat because my seat is vacant as a result of my term expiring. So she can still get some things done, and she can still appoint me to some of the committees as a former.
Okay.
She can still
independent committee. She can appoint you.
She can still put me on some committees, and I'm still going to raise questions. I'm going to speak out, and now I'm free to go out and have these kinds of radio shows where I can really talk about people and stuff and what's going on and continue to educate the community. I don't have to be as circumspect now that I'm no longer a full-time commissioner. Right. But what's going on, what the mayor has done with the chief, what the mayor did with me, without having appointed somebody else in. And I had met with her, the previous week and had said, I don't want a full term. I don't want a full 3-year term. I can get my life back. But I would like to stay on until we go to this court appearance in September to try to see if we're out from under the settlement agreement. Yeah, and I think we had a chance, and I was chair of the committee to try to get us out from under the police commission committee, to try to get us out from under that. So I can still work on that. The chair is going to still lead me on that, not as a chair, but as a member. But it's Regina Jackson got the city sued by the prior chief for being so nasty to Chief Kirkpatrick's deputy, and made the woman miss a trip to see her grandchildren and demanded that she come to a commission meeting. And the woman comes and she calls the woman a disgrace, all kinds of names and stuff, and ended up getting the city sued. Kirkpatrick sued over her termination. But it's just, so there are some messy people in there. But it's not the whole commission. It's not the whole commission.
Judge, I promise you, Your Honor, I promise you, I'm not being disrespectful to you. I'm just hotter than fire. I'm just hotter than fish grease. This is just bothering me. And as a leader, as a pastor, it's sickening. I just can't see how our city will improve and get better under this type of leadership. This is like some almost slavery type behavior.
Yes.
You speak up and you get removed.
Yeah.
But
there's a ulterior motive. It's a plan to do something.
And then, Judge, you said something that just bothered me. I had to turn my chair all the way. I'm looking all out the window. It's no disrespect for you. I promise you, I respect you to the utmost, Your Honor. But how they gonna remove you off a commission and then put you, and then she has a right to put you on another commission? I got problems with that.
Not the mayor.
Not her.
Not the mayor. The mayor doesn't have a right to put me on another commission.
Okay.
The chair of the police commission can continue to use my services and advice.
Okay. All right. I get that.
Committee. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up so that I could clarify it. No. But the chair can still use my services because we worked hard. I mean, we are volunteers. I know that the chair sometimes puts in 40 hours a week, and I will put in 15
volunteer.
In volunteering, I will put in 15 to 20 hours a week. Our meetings sometimes go for so long. Our last meeting started at 5:30, didn't end until 12:30. So we are volunteers, and we take a lot of grief and disrespect from members of the community, and particularly members of the Coalition for Police Accountability. They want to tell the chair has the right, for example, to tell the inspector general to attend meetings. Coalition for Police Accountability says the chair should not be telling the inspector general to attend meetings. It's kind of, excuse me? And these are executive force review hearings where you may talk about excessive force and other things like that. And so they want to control day-to-day operations of the police committee, day-to-day of the police commission, day-to-day decisions. They want to control when people get evaluated and how we get evaluated, how the inspector general gets evaluated. And that's, we haven't even talked about my ethics complaint against city council member Jenkins, because he threatened the chair. And his chief of staff sent a threat to the chair saying
why he wasn't arrested.
I mean, basically threatened to continue to harm her reputation and stuff. Demanded, first of all, at a budget meeting, wanted her to respond to the request, the demand from the Coalition for Police Accountability that she resign from the commission. And at a budget meeting, she wasn't there for that, and he should not have asked her about. And besides that, it was not agendized. So you can't be discussing things that's not agendized. That's a Brown Act violation. And then his chief of staff puts in bold, basically, if you don't show up at this meeting that I'm setting for you on June 12th, then I'm going to join the press and other people in calling for your resignation from the police commission. And he sent a blind copy, his chief of staff sent a blind copy to the inspector general, Michelle Phillips, sent her a blind copy. Now, why is his office copying the inspector general on an email that contains this threat? And because he knows that the inspector general has been doing I don't know if I can say this now, but anyway, the inspector general, I guess I don't know if he's trying to protect her or what, but she's a direct report to the police commission.
She is.
So you're involving her in that kind of stuff and copying her, and you're going to send a threat to her that she better toe the line and better come and meet me when, I don't care. You don't know if she has a doctor's appointment that day. You don't know if she has vacation. You don't know what's going on with her. And she asks you to set the meeting for 2 weeks later, and you go off. You have your chief of staff go off on her and send a threat in bold type about, if you don't show up, I am going to, I'm going to join everybody else in calling for your resignation. Totally inappropriate. Totally inappropriate.
So as a council member, what does he have to do with what y'all got going on? Because I'm kind of lost, because I was on that meeting too, when he said that when she finished presenting the budget, and you guys are understaffed. The commission was understaffed anyway, right?
Yes, we've been understaffed.
And you took a budget cut, right?
Yes. I believe that I haven't looked at the numbers, but I believe that we did because everybody did.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
I was on when she spoke, and then when he said that, and I was like, I mean, he kind of threw me. She was very calm about it. She said what she said, but then I was like, oh, he speaks, because he never says anything. But then he started talking. I said, oh, he talks.
Yep. And she's very professional and very calm.
She's very professional.
She's a brilliant woman who has excellent training and trauma and everything else. And she's going to be very professional. But then his chief of staff started sending emails and about, set up a meeting and come and meet and everything. And it's kind of like, she had a conflict. She had a scheduling conflict. And he just goes off on it.
Somebody asked who holds the commission accountable. Did you answer that already?
You did.
Okay. And what did she say?
The voters, basically. Okay. The members of the public, the appointing authorities, and under the commission, there are the mayor has 4 seats on the commission, and the selection panel has 5 seats on the commission, and they're staggered terms. So you cannot reappoint a commissioner to a seat. The selection panel cannot reappoint someone, but there ought to be a reason. You should not be retaliating against people who have done a good job, and that seems to be what they're doing with respect to Chair Malele. Again, although she's moved on to the second phase, they would still have to reappoint her. And you got Jim Channon with his conflict of interest there, who's going to be making a decision as to whether or not she gets reappointed. But he's already been so critical of everything and joining in the misrepresentations that are made by the Coalition for Police Accountability and Marsha Peterson and Regina Jackson. He's already joined in their misstatements of the law and other things like that. So we're not optimistic that he is going, but he should not be involved at all. He needs to step down. And council president Nikki Fortunato Boz, that is her appointee. Basically, that is her seat. She needs to remove him from the selection panel. He should not be involved at all, and he's been involved for years, and that's entirely too much control.
Because it's some kind of hidden agenda, Your Honor.
No, they didn't.
It is a agenda that does not include us. This is nothing but gentrification. It's nothing but gentrification. I believe that some of them won't do it until they get a bunch of Negroes up out of East Oakland, and they're trying to make, in my estimation, they're trying to make this baby San Francisco.
Yeah,
because that's what West Oakland is.
Yep,
that's what West Oakland is. If we go down there tonight, when it get dark, it ain't gonna be us out there walking our dogs.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be us. It's not gonna be us holding a leash with some plastic bags to clean up. You know, it's not gonna be us out there.
Yeah,
I'm heartbroken because it's this doggone police. It's this commission. It is. I promise you, the agenda that the progressives here in Oakland is laying out is crazy. It is. The landscapes of what's going on is crazy.
Yeah.
And we don't know what's going on because a whole lot of us are not at the table when these decisions are being made. Mm-hmm. And they're being made, and it does not have us in mind.
Exactly.
And it's a lot of commissions, it's a lot of organizations that community members can get on, and they need to, because we need to know what's going on in the city besides it being played out in the news. That's where everything is in the news. It's on YouTube.
But sis, a lot of us ain't gonna join. This is a voluntary position.
But there's Zoom meetings that they have. You can go on a Zoom meeting, you can find out what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the community does have input, because I was on the meeting before you guys went back to the judge, to Oric. I was on that meeting as well. And I think Wayne was on there also. Community has input in a lot, but I think it was only like 5 community members on there. That doesn't help what we're trying to do.
So Your Honor, how can a person, Bishop Millican want to know, how can a person become a part of the police commission?
Right now, the application deadline to be appointed has already passed for both the mayor and for the selection panel. You can attend the meetings in person there at City Hall. We meet the 2nd and 4th Thursdays of each month. And you can also join by Zoom, except that for right now, if you're joined by Zoom, there's no opportunity to submit questions or to be heard. We're working on that. I say we because I feel they're working on that so that you're able to ask questions like we used to do when they were completely Zoom meetings. But get involved and watch the Coalition for Police Accountability. Don't just buy into it. It's a nice, catchy name, but don't just buy into it. And one of the founders of it is Rashida Grenage, who has a vendetta against the Oakland Police Department. Now, tragically, her son was killed. Her son killed a police officer, and the police killed him and also killed her husband, who was inside the house. So there was a shooting that went on. Yes. But she has her own personal vendetta against the Oakland Police Department. And it's not necessarily about all reform and everything. But you have that. And I said, you have the disbarred lawyer who's their president. You have others who are not, there are lots of people, not necessarily from the community and from the Black community who are doing things. So you need to just watch them because they want to control the police commission. And the 83% of the voters and stuff, and over 80% of the voters who passed measures LL and S1 did not vote for the Coalition for Police Accountability Police Commission. And that's what they're getting. And that's what Regina Jackson and Marsha Peterson are trying to help them get. They want complete control. And if you don't do what they say do, as I said, they're going to come after you. And we can't have that. And
it was gangster, thoroughly gangster.
Yes, and Chairman Lele was kind of like, no, she talked about having a meeting with them, and there were all these people. Yeah, she said white women, mostly white women, sitting there yelling at her about what she needed to do and how she needed to do it and all those other things. And she's kind of like, wait a second, don't come at me like that and everything. And so she found it not productive. And then they tell lies. They claim that they write letters in and we don't respond. We would respond. Number one, we're volunteers. We don't have time to sit around and respond to all of your ridiculous letters that misstate the law. That's number one. Number two, they wrote a letter, I think in January, Kathy Leonard. I responded to the letter and backed her off and said, basically, you're wrong. And if you got evidence for all these allegations, give me the evidence. Provide it. You don't hear from her anymore. You don't hear from them. Once you back them off and tell them they're wrong, then you don't hear from them. It's like they were talking about, oh, you guys violated the law in canceling the June meeting. No, we didn't. Read the statute there. Read the ordinance. There's no violation of the law. And so then they back off. But in the meantime, they have put all, as I said, all on Twitter that the
on Twitter
violated the law.
Yeah, it's not on Twitter.
A fraction of that. Where is the apology? It's just making.
You ain't getting that.
Yeah. So anyway, but there's another story. Probably more things coming, but we're doing the right thing. I always tell people, God's always placed me where I'm supposed to be to do His best work. And there's always a reason and a season for being someplace. So now maybe it's time for me to be outside of the tent, so to speak, of the police commission so that I can speak my truth and also continue to support Chair Malele and also continue to encourage the community to support her. She deserves to stay on the commission.
Yes, she's very good. Very good.
Excellent job.
If she's getting the work done, why?
Yeah.
It's a plan in there.
Yes.
So if you get rid of her, the plan can be put into place.
Because you already got 2 people that's up.
My main
and 3 really, yeah. And even with respect to me, you can complain about me, but please tell me what the police commission has not been able to do with my presence there. What did my presence on the commission stop the police commission from doing? You cannot point to anything.
Well, you already said it, Your Honor. I picked it up and you said, well, I'm outspoken, and if they doing something wrong, I tell them you're doing something wrong. Hell, that's why you go.
Yes. And I am a judge. I was a judge for 27 years. I do like law and order. So if there are rules, I expect people to abide by them.
Law and order.
Regina Jackson, for example, thought rules didn't apply to her, so she wanted to do whatever she wanted to do. And we would sometimes get into it because it's kind of like, well, Regina, there's a rule and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so she would go off and stuff. So, but she didn't think the rules applied to her, and she wanted to do what she wanted to do. Even when Chair Malele she became chair, Regina was still having meetings with the police chief, and you're not supposed to do that. Only the chair is the spokesperson for the police commission, and so you just.
But why would the chief allow her if he knows protocol or she knows protocol?
Because it's kind of unclear, but some people seem to be afraid of Regina Jackson. I don't know why, but some people seem to be afraid of her.
I love her, but I ain't scared of her.
Yeah, so it's kind of like. Yeah. And she has done such good work with EOYDC and stuff.
Absolutely. That's where I met her.
Yes. She's done good work there. But on the commission, it's kind of like you're no longer chair. The chair has a different leadership style, a refreshing leadership style.
Right.
And I love it, and so do the 5 members who voted the 5 of us who voted to give her another term. We looked at her record and we said, what has she done? And she has a stellar record. So, but I tell you, some of the things that they were trying to say, she doesn't smile enough. It's kind of like what? So that's what CPA was talking about.
Smiling on the front page right here.
Yes, that she's smiling there. but yeah, so they
that's a lie.
Yes, indeed.
More lies. But see, Your Honor, I'm gonna say this. You can't say what I can say.
Okay.
I know. Jennifer Matten has taught me well. She's taught me well. Can't always say what you can say. You can't always show up at all events and stuff like that. And I think it's like that even as a retired judge. It's still the law book, the book of the Bible, the law Bible.
Mm-hmm.
My girl has explained it to me. Your Honor, she's explained it to me. So some of the stuff I can say, you can't say, but I can say it, and I don't care. But it seems like, and this is Marty talking. This ain't Pastor Marty Peter. This is Marty, a citizen in Oakland, and a pastor in Oakland, and a man in Oakland. Mm-hmm. It just seems like it's always some of us that don't mind tearing us down at the behest of clear people.
Clear people.
Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. got sold out by some people in his camp because people in his camp got paid off. That's how it used to be back in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Negroes will sell you out for free now. Negroes ain't got to get paid. I was born in 69.
Yeah.
Negroes ain't got to get paid.
Yeah.
Just sell you. They clear peoples gave us money back then, and helped. It was a little incentive to help them. Now you don't have to get paid to sell somebody out. We just still have that crap bucket mentality. I just don't understand why African Americans just can't stick together. I can't understand. It seemed like y'all not getting it. They don't want the streets safer, and they want y'all who are outspoken, like Judge Brenda Harbin-Forte, to be removed because she said, "Hey, that ain't right. Y'all know that ain't right."
Yeah.
And I'm gonna call your behind on it. And I don't care about being removed. I don't care about this position. I'm retired. I'm volunteering my time down here, and I'm gonna tell y'all what's right. And I ain't doing it for a check. I'm not doing it to get a reputation. I'm already known. I was a judge in Alameda County for 27 years. I don't have nothing to prove. I've already done what I need to do.
Exactly.
But we need more people like that, Your Honor, on there with your type of thick blood who ain't gonna be bullied by these clear people and by these clear people who have bullied African Americans into selling out our people. I ain't talking about Regina. I ain't talking about Marsha. I don't know them. I don't know them like that on this commission like that. But I'm talking about in the church. I'm talking about in the community. I'm talking about in the streets. I'm talking about anywhere else where we are being the victim. We're claiming like we're the victim, but we're the victim at the behest of people sowing discourse amongst us, and we do it to other people. Because can't nobody make me hate you. I'm my own man.
Right.
If I want to hate you, let me come up with my own reason.
Exactly.
If Brenda mad at you, don't mean I got to be mad at you.
Right. That's right.
Exactly.
Because y'all are your own women, and I'm my own man, and I ain't ran by nobody. People don't like Brenda because of her success and what she owns and what she has. But she respected in the community in all around. Clear people respect her, Asians respect her, blacks respect her, but the same people that respect her are some of the same people that disrespect her too. For the same exact reasons, for being loved.
Looking in your face and stabbing you in your back while they looking at you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what was unfortunate even about Regina, it was sort of like, we were close friends when I first came on the commission. And we were good, and she was, I'm so happy to have me on. But she did to me, she did to Tafara, the same thing she did to me. As soon as I started exercising some independence and saying, I think we can do this a better way. I think we should make these changes. I think we should have some standard rules and everything. And I think we should follow just basic things to try to get the commission to run more efficiently, because I'm a rules person and everything, that organizational person. She just hated that. And it was more like, I'll make the decisions. I mean, even in terms of trying to get something on an agenda, you had to just fight with her, even when 3 commissioners or rules committee wanted something on the agenda. Well, I'll make the decision about that. And it's kind of like, Regina, it's not your decision to make. It should go to the full commission. Well, I don't think we did. It's kind of like, you're just a chair. You got 1 vote like everybody else. And so it's kind of like the narcissism that people have. And it's kind of like, well, you do it my way or no way at all. And then when Tafara came on, she was fine. She was going to mentor Tafara, everything else. And as soon as Tafara started saying, well, I think we can do this a different way, and such as saying, I don't think we ought to be under the influence of the Coalition for Police Accountability all the time. I'm not going to go that way. And I'm going to look out for all of the people in Oakland, particularly the African-American community, but all communities in Oakland. I'm not going to let the Coalition for Police Accountability dictate how the commission runs. Regina turned on her and started undermining her. And she wants nothing more than to see Tafara removed, and she wanted to see me removed. And she told the mayor, get rid of her, off with her head. It's kind of
that wasn't cool. I don't like that.
Yeah, why would you evoke those kinds of violent images about somebody?
It's on the front page of the paper.
Yes, yes, off with her head. And I mean, that's, again, that is the narcissism. That is the ego. That is this, do it my way and everything. So, I don't know. I tell people I'm at peace with it. I know God has more work for me to do. It may not be as a member of the commission, as a regular member of the commission, but I still have a voice in Oakland, and I will still be out there. And I have not been impressed with Mayor Shingtao on anything that she's done with respect to the commission and the way she treated the Chief Armstrong, and the way she has not funded us, and the disrespect she's shown to the commission. I'm ready to sign off on her recall petition.
The commission, Your Honor, we need to put a comma right there. That ain't a complete sentence. How about our disrespect to the NAACP? How about our disrespect to clergy? How about our disrespect to the community? Hell, she ain't met with none of us. And then we invited her to a church event. She said it was dangerous. Who going after you?
No, she didn't.
She thought it was a setup.
It was a setup.
Your Honor, if I'm lying, God need to strike me down right now. That's what the word she put out for our peace, for not our peace summit. That's the word she put out when we had our community town hall at Antioch Baptist Church. It was in
Antioch. Wow.
It was not at my church. It was not at Wayne's church. It was not at none of the people. It was at a neutral place.
Yes.
Bishop Bob Jackson is there. Bishop Joseph Simmons there. I'm there. Pastor Wayne is there. Preachers are there. Pastors are there. The community is there. Black, white, Asians are there. And we invited her to show up, and she did not show up. Oh. She said, that's a setup. That's dangerous for me. Oh. Really, Mary? You have bodyguards. What do you think we're gonna kill you in a church? You think we're gonna harm you in a church?
That's outrageous.
It's
look how she's treated, a well-respected Chief Armstrong. Look how she treats a well-respected Black judge. Look at what she is doing and what she's not doing for the Black community. Spending all that money, sending it out to Warshaw and to Jim Channon and everything without any kind of oversight. Look, if we were going to reform the police department, it should have been done by 10 years ago and stuff. And everybody except for Jim Channon, when we went to the court appearance in April, Jim Channon tried to add more tasks on for active monitoring because he knew that if there was a mess up in that additional task, that would be an additional reason to extend the oversight. And the judge rejected that. John didn't support it. John Burrs didn't support it. Nobody supported it. Everybody's surprised by it. But it's kind of like, well, why are you trying to add something additional for oversight, an additional task for oversight, unless you just want to keep it going? And if you all look back, there have been a couple of times when we've gotten close to getting out from undersight.
And then something
happens, and Jim Channon plays a big role in it.
Your Honor, did you hear what you just said? See, I'm feeding off your words that are rolling, the words that the Lord will give you that are rolling off your lips. Unless they want to keep it going, Your Honor. I'm sorry, I play on words. Unless you want to keep it going. They don't want to see the city no better. Your Honor, we're supposed to have, for a city of our size, we're supposed to have 1,100 to 1,500 officers. We need more officers on the street. I guarantee you, if we have 400 more officers, crime would go down significantly. If we had more, these officers are overworked. They're overloaded. It is ridiculous how our officers are treated. And I personally work with the Black Officers Association, personally have African-American officers on the police force. It is a disgrace how they are overworked. That's why their salary is so high, because they gonna work overtime. You're gonna make over $100,000, $120,000 your first year as being an Oakland police officer, because you're gonna work overtime. We are short 400 and some officers.
And what we're saying,
he ain't gonna fire no boy.
Yes, and we want to cut off the money that's going to Jim Channon. Put that money in Oakland, and let's start doing something for our kids, for the communities, for homelessness, for everybody. Those
and Warshaw, he needs to be right. He need to go with him.
Yes. and John Burris has always said that Chief Armstrong should not have been fired. He has not changed his position.
Oh, he did say that.
It was clearly in the confidential report that came out, Your Honor. It clearly states it was not it was all in favor. The confidential report was in favor of LaRon. It was not in any cahoots against him or to fire him. They were all in favor. He was doing what he was supposed to be doing. He was on target. Crime was down. Officers, no police shootings happened while he was the chief of police for 2 years. Yeah. No killings of no police officers. Yeah. No police officers shooting any citizens. He was doing his work.
Yeah.
But again, let's go back to your words. Unless they want to keep it going on.
And also, who leaked those confidential reports? You know, nobody's called for an investigation.
He leaked them to the Channel 2 News. Yes, we got that report.
Yeah, I'm saying
real on here, Judge. We keep it real.
No, I'm just saying who leaked it. Initially.
Warshaw? They said Warshaw did.
Warshaw leaked it to the Channel 2 News.
You know they was gonna grab it and run.
Yes, and so why would you? Yeah, and why would you do that? And did Shannon have it? I'm just asking the question. I'm not accusing. Did Jim Shannon have anything to do with leaking those confidential reports?
Yeah, probably.
You know, so it's kind of like what is going. I'm asking the question. I'm not accusing, but you know, the question is there. You know, whose financial interest was it to make sure that LaRon Armstrong got fired and to give the judge a reason to further extend the sustainability period?
I like that. She was supposed to meet with y'all at 4 and she fired him. No, she was supposed to meet with y'all at 5:30.
We had a meeting at 5:30 and she fired him at 4 without any advance warning. Same thing she did with me.
I'm about to say. Him too.
I meet with her on Friday and stuff, a meeting that had been previously scheduled before that little rally and stuff.
She's unstable. And if you're an unstable person, then why you're supposed to be here for the community.
Yeah.
When you gonna sit down and talk to the community?
Yeah.
She do.
And I'd ask her for the meeting. Yeah, I'd ask her for the meetings. It's kind of like, so we can talk about, I know people are saying things. Give me an opportunity to respond to whatever it is the critics are saying and stuff. She didn't do that at the meeting. You know, it's kind of like she was not going to reappoint me. And she had made that clear. She wasn't going to reappoint me. She said that in so many words, but she had said she'd make a decision in 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm thinking, okay, I got 2 to 3 weeks then to start doing what I need to do to prepare to finish up my service to the police commission. And just like, you know, she did LaRon, and I get a letter. I don't even get the letter until like 7:30, but she sent a letter at 4:45, basically saying, you know, thank you for meeting with me, as though the meeting had something to do with the rally and stuff like that, which it didn't. Because it was scheduled long before then. But basically, you know, your services are no longer needed in this temporary position. Thank you. You know, thank you for graciously serving as a holdover. But it's kind of, and I try to log into my police commission account later that evening and stuff. I did not know that the letter, but after somebody told me that the letter had come in. So I try to log in and I'm blocked out. And I've been telling people, I thought my 4-year-old great grandson had been playing on my computer and stuff and had locked it out and everything, security. And so then it occurred to me, oh, okay, that's why I can't get in to see my police commission emails, because she has locked me. But no courtesy call, you know, and it's kind of like, you know, you could at least as a courtesy have said, okay, you know, I'm gonna let you go. I'll issue a statement on Friday or whatever, 2 days from now or whatever.
Right.
What's that kind of courtesy for the almost 3 years that I put on the commission? And again, I came on as the volunteer to lend my expertise and my time to doing the work in Oakland. Police reform has been an issue for me. I used to be an associate at John Burris's office, so many, many years ago when I was a younger lawyer. And so this kind of work is my passion, but reform is also my passion. I led the charge to reform the judiciary and to make it more diverse, and started a movement in 2006 to diversify the judiciary. And our judges now, our benches look more and more like the people of California.
Right.
But I took a lot of slings and arrows then. I made a lot of enemies along the way. But it was a right thing to do. We don't need to have people of color going into all these courtrooms and all they see are white judges and primarily white male judges. And you got all these people of color and counties. We looked at counties, high numbers of African Americans, Latinos, and Asians, APIs, Asian Pacific Islanders in these communities. And the bench is just sometimes all white, almost all white. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, we're going to diversify them and we're going to make some changes. And we're going to hold the governor accountable for your appointees, and we're going to hold the state bar accountable because people have to go through an evaluation process.
Right.
Found many applicants of color were not getting out of there with high ratings, and also the Judicial Council, because we had no formal statistics on how many Black judges there were in the state, how many Asian judges, how many Latino judges, how many women judges. We had none of that formal information. And so, with the work of people in Sacramento, including Frederica McGee, who was chief of staff to Fabian Nunez at the time, it was kind of like, we're getting some legislation through, and we are going to require annual reports on the level of diversity. And it was a work in progress, and we're still doing it, but it was something that I was pleased to be in a position to do. And that's why I say God's always put me there to do something that is needed. And I was supposed to have been involved in leading that charge. And now we need to clean up the city of Oakland. And we need stronger leadership, legitimate leadership.
Yeah.
We don't have it now. Anybody who's sitting there spending all this money and not doing anything about it and allowing financial conflicts of interest, the citizens need to start raising their voices and raising questions.
Your Honor, let me ask you a question. This is Bishop Milliken said, what is the racial makeup of the commission?
The commission has 3 Black women, 1 Black male, the 7, 1 Native American, and 1 Asian. So the active ones, I would have been the 4th Black woman, but now that there are 6, the active ones now would be the 6th, would just be the 6th. And then there are 2 alternates, an African American woman and a Latina.
Okay.
So so the commission consists of 9 commissioners, 7 regulars who are voting members, and 2 alternates. And the alternates don't vote unless they have to fill in to create a quorum or something.
Okay. Well, I thank you, Your Honor. I'm positive we're gonna want you to come back on our show again, and I pray that you had good fun with us tonight. Thank you for educating us. We've been on for over an hour and a half now.
I see that.
And we're gonna let the people, as the Bible says in Exodus, we're gonna exit us, and we're gonna let the people go.
Well, thank you.
Think about though.
I would love to come back, please.
We would appreciate you.
This is what I want to do.
I like your boldness. I like your realness. I like your love for what's right.
Thank you.
Like your love for what's right. Your Honor, this will be re-aired again on Facebook, and my page is open again at 9 p.m. Anybody can go on here and watch it. You guys, please go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. I'm gonna say this, and we leaving out here. Wayne was dealing with a blackout. He said, regarding the mayor, it's obvious that courtesy ain't one of her leadership skills.
Not one of her qualities. It's not benefit. It's not a requirement to be mayor.
Listen, Brenda, her don't have those qualifications.
No, her don't.
her lacks them.
I said, no, she don't.
No. We have fun on here, Your Honor, but we keep it real. Let our people know. I've been doing this for 3 years now. We let our people know. And I listen, and we average 500 or more a week watcher. And a lot of them are from Oakland. Again, it will be re-aired again. It's been shared on several people's pages. So I thank you. If you had one last word to say, what would you like to say, Your Honor?
Watch what's going on in Oakland. Watch what's going on with the Coalition for Police Accountability and the Commission, and don't buy into all of this, all the media stuff and all of the noise around that's going around, because it's nothing but a distraction. It's misinformation and disinformation, and it's a distraction. Keep your eye on the money and make sure that there is accountability. Let's turn control of the police department back over to the citizens of Oakland and get away from the federal court. So keep watching, attend the meetings, watch them online, send things to the email, and support Chair Taifara Milele. She deserves to be reappointed to the commission. I've never seen a more courageous person. I just adore her. But she comes with substance, and as I said, she's smart, and she's going to do the right thing. And she knows it's a risk. They've ruined her reputation, but she's up for the task. She's a spiritual person as well.
Your Honor, do you think she'll come on our show?
I think she will.
I haven't met her yet. I would love to meet her, and I would love to bring her on our show. Maybe next week.
Okay, I will talk with her.
Can you make that happen? Your Honor,
I will work. I think that she will.
Your Honor, I'm gonna have Brenda text you my information.
Okay.
We can sign off in a few minutes. Your Honor, I love you. I've never met you before. I look forward to meeting you. I look forward to hugging you. I appreciate you so much for coming on Real Talk.
Thank you.
Thank you for your relationship with Brenda. Thank you for being real. Thank you for serving Alameda County. Thank you for serving Oakland. We appreciate you. The citizens appreciate you very much for your faithfulness.
Yes, and Brenda has been an angel. Brenda has been. I mean, God just dropped her in our lives.
She ain't all that. Your Honor, she ain't all that.
I am. Yes, I am.
Thank you so
very much. This show is about you, not about Brenda. This is about you, not about Brenda.
You're a hater.
I'm hating, Your Honor. I'm hating. Brenda is my sister, my friend.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
That's right.
We come on here every Saturday throwing haymakers, Your Honor, for our community. We love our community. We show up for our community and things of that nature. So we appreciate you. Please, let's talk this week. I would love to get Milele on here real soon.
Excellent. Okay. All right.
Brenda, let's make that happen.
Okay.
Brenda, you want to say about what we got coming up, Brenda?
The recall for Pamela Price?
Well, yes. And the hands down. Yeah, that needs to be 2.
I don't know, girl.
2. Brenda, what's the Christopher Lavelle Foundation got coming up?
Our 12th year anniversary is going to be July 15th. So we're asking everybody oh, Jesus. See, I know. I'm trying to keep her off. There she goes.
I love it.
What's up, Niecy? You can have your Gigi back.
Yeah, our 12th year anniversary is on the 15th. And so we're asking everybody to come out and support the efforts that we, have in the community.
July 15th. Where, Brenda? Yep. What times? Everybody don't know.
1 to 4. The flyers on the website, www.cojfoundation.com.
Let's tag it. Can you tag it on all my pages, especially this Real Talk page, so they can go back and say thank you. I appreciate you. All right. Okay, we're signing up, y'all. Thank you, y'all. We've been with us for a long time tonight.
Take care. Bye-bye.
We're signing off. Y'all have a great night. God bless all of y'all. God bless you, Your Honor.
God bless you. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor.
You're welcome.